What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today we are talking about a special sniper rifle that I absolutely love. It's called Bite of the Fox, and it is available this week inside the Iron Banner. Now, if you remember, a couple of weeks ago we did do the Grandmaster Proving Grounds, and I was using Bite of the Fox sniper rifle because of the sniper rifle surge that they had for that week. But I did not go into too much detail about the sniper and the role that I was actually using. But today we are going to talk about that. I really didn't want to release a video at that time just because of, Iron Banner wasn't available that week, and I didn't really want to make a clickbait type video for the sniper rifle and then you weren't able to get it. But now that Iron Banner is back, you're able to actually unlock this weapon this week. This will be the last week for Iron Banner until next season, so definitely get your hands on this sniper rifle. It's one of my favorite sniper rifles in the game, completely for the whole life of Destiny 2. There's been various versions of this weapon, and I absolutely love it. I love the reticle. I love a lot of things about it. Now we're about to jump into the roles, especially for PvE. There's a very unique role that I want to talk about for PvE. For PvP, it's pretty much the standard, the same go-to perks and traits that I always used with this sniper rifle. So let's dive into those. Now, with the help of D2 Foundry, we will talk about the role that I have specifically for PvP and for PvE. And also, too, I do kind of like this website a little bit better than LightGG. I will have a link down below if you guys want to check it out for yourselves. Now, first, we're going to go over PvP because it's pretty straightforward. Currently, right now, sniper rifles are not in a good spot inside of the Crucible just because of all the nerfs that they have had. The ammo economy is a lot different than it used to be. So, first and foremost, for this particular weapon, I am going to go with fluted barrel. I like my handling to be superb. There are other range perks on here, but as you see for that last trait column, we do have opening shot, and we'll talk about that more as we go through the roles. Now, for my second trait, you definitely got to have accurized rounds. It gives you another +10 for range. And then also for that third column, you definitely need snapshot sights. That's my favorite perk on all sniper rifles. I have to have that quick scope in, scope out type deal. I don't like my sniper rifles be sluggish or anything like that. Otherwise, I will struggle and I will not get the kill. Now, finally, for opening shot. Now, the barrel perk, with me choosing fluted barrel, it gives me a bump there in handling. I don't really need to spec in range or recoil direction or stability or anything like that. It's just a one shot and go. Now, with that being said, one shot and go. With opening shot, you get 20 aim assist, 25 plus in range, and then you also get a -5% for your accuracy cone size and a -10% accuracy cone growth. So you're a lot more accurate essentially with your shots, and it does have a 3-second cooldown. But like I said, you're pretty much just quick scoping and going. You take one shot and you dip. If you hang around and you're trying to get a pick, especially in trials, if there is a lot of people using sniper rifles or there's other enemies using sniper rifles, it's easier to get picked. You pretty much just want to dive in, take a shot, and dip. And that's pretty much how I play with sniper rifles. Now, for your masterwork, you're going to go with handling. I like handling. One, we don't need range, and we don't need stability for a sniper rifle. We already are maxed out with our range based off of the other perks that we have here with accurized rounds and opening shot. I'm already sitting at 100 range. So we don't need to have a range masterwork on top of that because we're already tapped out. Now, that leads me to a handling masterwork. You definitely don't need a reload masterwork, especially inside PvP, or definitely against 3 versus 3. In 6 stack, maybe it'll be situational where you'll have to have a quick reload, but at the end of the day, you only start off with 2 bullets, so it's not really necessary. For my role specifically, for me to play with a sniper rifle, I'm just trying to get one shot in, dip. If I get the pick, I get the pick. If I don't, I don't. I don't hang around with it, and that's how I pretty much play with sniper rifles. Now, sniper rifles have been heavily nerfed inside of PvP, but at one time, this was my favorite sniper rifle. I loved it more than beloved. There was a lot of other good sniper rifles that the community absolutely loved, but I enjoyed Bite of the Fox. I loved how it felt. I loved the reticle design of it. I love that cone arrow shape. It was just one of my favorite sniper rifles. I definitely still have some of the rolls from the past, so it's nice to see a refresh on this weapon. I'm definitely still waiting for that Talons of the Eagle bungee. So hopefully that will come back to us soon, just because I'm a fan of 150 scout rifles. Now on to PvE. So Bite of the Fox for PvE is definitely a little tricky. I did see some fantastic rolls, some pretty good combination, especially with Bungie implementing this surge, this weapon surge that you can actually get, where you can have an additional damage percentage, which lately here I've noticed has been 25%. And in the Proving Grounds Grandmaster, sniper rifles happen to fall in that category for that week. So I took my Bite of the Fox for the spin, and I happened to get the role of the sniper that I wanted before that Iron Banner had left, before Grandmasters was actually released, and it played into my favor because I was able to use a sniper rifle, and I was also able to use Skyburner's Oath, which is basically one of the cheeses that you can do inside of that Grandmaster Nightfall. So this was the time for me to have this weapon to shine in PvE, because I typically don't use sniper rifles in PvE just because they don't have the DPS compared to a lot of other options out there when you have grenade launchers and all these other weapons that you could use over a sniper rifle. So, and let alone an aggressive frame. You know, typically when I use a sniper rifle, it's just for shits and giggles inside of the Crucible, but it actually worked very well. And the role I was really going after, the two combinations of perks that I wanted, was Envious Assassin and Vorpal Weapon. So now we're going to dive into the role that I have for PvE that I think you should be going for. Now for me, I'm going to be honest with you, any barrel perk that you get really doesn't matter. But if you can get extended barrel, that will give you a +10 in range and a +10 in recoil. It will hurt your handling a little bit, but for me, I don't really see a benefit in any of the other barrel perks that are available on this list. You could go hammer forge rifling, you could do pretty much anything you want in this list. The next three columns really play an effect on how well this weapon performs. Now for that second column, you're definitely going to want a pendant mag, just because you can get a +1 in mag size. I don't recommend extended mag just because it does hurt your reload speed by -20, and it does give you a +10 in airborne effectiveness, but I'm not jumping in the air in Grandmasters to use a sniper rifle, so I wouldn't use it. Now for that third trait column, Envious Assassin. Now Envious Assassin basically states rapidly defeating targets with other weapons before drawing this one transfers ammo to the magazine from reserves. This effect can overflow the magazine based on the number of targets defeated. Now you have a 10-second range between kills to actually overflow the magazine, and it does max out at 150% of the magazine capacity. So the most you could get is additional 7 rounds with Envious Assassin, and that's if you get all of those rapid kills within a 10-second succession after each kill. So if you get a kill, you got 10 seconds to get another one, so on and so forth. And for that final trait column, we're going with Vorpal Weapon because you get a +15% damage bonus against enemies with a special weapon. So you know it's changed. It used to be a flat rate, but now it's only 20% for primaries, 15% for special, and 10% for heavy. So I feel like this is really the only damage dealing perk with this weapon, so I'm going to take advantage of it and use Vorpal Weapon. And if you have Envious Assassin, you can increase your mag size to up to 10 shots with the way that I have this broken down on my diagram here. Now originally you only start out with 3 bullets, so for you to actually have 10 is pretty remarkable. Now you could throw on a backup mag, and that would increase you up to 13 rounds in the magazine. And the biggest problem you'll have from that standpoint is, you know, you're able to have all of this ammo. One, you got to have ammo in reserve, so you got to have ammo to actually reload. So you're definitely going to want to have on special ammo finder mods. You're definitely going to want to have on kinetic reserves, and so on and so forth. That way you have enough ammo to actually take full effect of this role. And then 2, you would have to have a great ad clearing machine. Now I know what you're thinking with Grandmaster Nightfalls. You're not going to have those potent rapid kills, and you know, that's understandable. There's going to be times where it's very situational, but depending on the build that you're running, it is definitely possible to actually get some additional ammunition in this weapon and be able to fire off on champions. The sniper rifle performed very well inside of the Grandmaster Proving Grounds for me. Now, please be in mind that I really only use sniper rifles when they have that surge available. So if the weapon surge is a grenade launcher, for instance, I'm not really going to be too interested in using this sniper rifle. But this is your only opportunity for this week that we know of to actually get the role that I have here, and I definitely think it's worth it in collections, especially if you're playing like Gambit, you're playing lower tier stuff. You could definitely take advantage of Envious Assassin and Vorpal Weapon, and like I said, it will work as well with any Battleground playlist or any Vanguard Ops situation, and you would definitely enjoy it. I had a ball with it. You know, if you do run backup mag, you're able to have 13 rounds in an aggressive frame sniper, and you could just keep popping off rounds. That's why I went with the extended barrel, because it helps with the recoil direction a little bit, and you're able to actually keep the momentum of your shots at a steady pace, and you're able to put out that damage like you need to. And two, since this isn't an exotic, you're able to take advantage of using this sniper. You could use this plus like Grand Overture in your heavy slot, and then use a powerhouse of a primary, and you could have a solid build from the start. And that's pretty much it for the video. Let me know in the comments down below what you think. Will you be grinding for Bite of the Fox if you're playing Crucible? You know, it is Fortress this week. It's pretty easy to get wins. All you gotta do is use a Titan, pop up a couple bubbles, bam, wins. And then all you gotta do is focus your Ingrams. Now I am gonna do a fast recap real quick. It is part of my new playlist that I have here on the channel for those of you that are just looking for perks and rolls. Now once again, for PvE, you're going to be going with Extended Barrel, Appended Mag, Envious Assassin, Vorpal Weapon, and then particularly for a masterwork, it really doesn't matter. You can have any of the four. And then as far as your mod goes, you're definitely going to want a backup mod. Now keep in mind, you can only go to ×8 with Envious Assassin because it only goes up to 150% of the actual mag size of your weapon. So it can go farther on some other weapons, just not on this weapon. And then with Vorpal Weapon, you do get that plus 15% in damage, as well as any other surges. In particular, this is why I'm showing the Grandmaster, because it was Sniper Rifle Surge that week. Now for PvP, you will be going with Fluted Barrel because I love the handling of a good feeling Sniper Rifle. I love making aggressives feel very snappy. And then to cap that off, we will be putting in accurized rounds because that'll bring my range up to 80. And who doesn't love the additional range? As by far one of the best perks that you can use for PvP. And then for my third trait column, there are a couple other options here with like Firmly Planted, no distractions, but for me it's always going to be snapshot sights. I can't help it. I gotta have a snappy weapon. I love to zoom in and out as quick as possible. And then for that final trait column, we do have Moving Target, which is fantastic as well. Iron Gaze, not really my thing. I don't like decreasing the target acquisition, but for me, I'm actually going to go with Opening Shot because it maxes out my range and it gives me a major bump in accuracy. And that's the way that I play with sniper rifles. I shoot one off and then I move, and that's it. I don't hang around. And then like I previously stated, Opening Shot does have a 3-second cooldown, which doesn't matter to me because once I shoot, I'm gone. And you know, like I said, if I get the kill, I get the kill. If I don't, I don't. And now for the masterwork, I'm actually going to go with a handling masterwork because our range is already maxed out. There's no point in having a range masterwork. And then for my weapon mod, I'll probably go with either Icarus Grip or Target Acquisition. Those are probably the only two that I would actually go for inside of PvP. I hope you all had a wonderful day. I hope you all enjoyed the video. If you like this video, please leave me a comment down below. I will have some more videos coming out this week. And like I said, this is the last week for Iron Banner. So definitely go out and try to grind for this weapon. Like I said, this will be the last week that we have Iron Banner until next season. So you definitely should try to go out and get this unique role. It's unlike any other role in the game. And for me, Bite of the Fox does hold a special place in my heart. I've been playing with it for a very long time, ever since it was introduced inside of Destiny 2. Now, if you enjoy this type of content, don't forget to smash that like button and hit subscribe. Definitely subscribe to my channel. I greatly appreciate it. It's a free way to support me, and I will have more content coming out here in the coming days. I try to post at least 3 to 4 videos a week here on my channel. So if you're new here, definitely expect 3 to 4 uploads per week. I hope you all have a wonderful weekend. I will see you all in the next video.